Eve, I'm on my way to Julie's trial.
Wait.
Oh, you need a lift to the hospital?
I have another proposition for you instead.
For now or later?
I say we skip the update on Julie's trial.
Why?
So we can go see Greg Cooper instead.
I'm waiting, Miss Canellos. Which way was it? When you discovered the defendant with John Canellos, was she giving him medical assistance, or was she simply standing over his body?
I told you, Julie was trying to help John.
Which contradicts the statement you made to the police the night of the murder. Why are you changing your testimony?
Sure you can find a way to put a positive spin on Julie's situation?
And why exactly would I want to do that?
Because you don't want to run the risk of Joe finding out the truth. Do you?
Miss Canellos?
Things are much clearer now than they were the night of the murder, and I have to say, to the best of my recollection, when I found my ex-husband's body, Julie was trying to resuscitate him.
While she was standing there?
She stood afterwards.
Well, when did you decide what you saw?
I didn't decide. My memory became clear.
Okay, well, what exactly did you see? Was it mouth-to-mouth, CPR? Was she checking for his pulse?
Well, as I remember, Julie was trying to stop the bleeding, loosen his clothing.
Well, you also said in your statement that the defendant was covered in blood.
Well, that makes sense. Julie's a doctor. She probably got it trying to save John.
Well, wouldn't it also make sense if she were the murderer?
Objection.
Overruled? You may answer.
I guess it's possible, but I wouldn't know. All I do know is that I saw Julie trying to save John.
No further questions.
You may cross-examine, Mr. Leopold.
No questions at this time.
We'll take a 10-minute recess.
This is a miracle. Yes, it certainly is.
How'd it go?
You want to tell me exactly what happened in there?
Well, when I was sworn in, I realized I had to be very sure about my answers.
You were sure about different answers before.
I testified to what I remembered. I was supposed to tell the truth. That's what I did.
10 minutes ago, you were adamant about Julie paying for her crimes. Now, I don't know what game it is you're playing, but it would have been nice if you'd have told me you were going to change your testimony.
I didn't change my testimony. I remembered the facts more clearly. There is a big difference.
Okay, if you're lying, I am going to nail you for perjury.
So have you changed your mind about Julie's guilt yet?
Well, Courtney was only one witness, Chris. You guys got a long way to go before you can claim victory.
Oh, but we will claim it. And I just hope you're here in the courtroom to witness it yourself. Take care.
Hey, something tells me you had a lot to do with Courtney's testimony.
Courtney just called it the way she remembered it.
With a little push in the right direction. Come on, tell. How did you get her to come over to our side?
I just told Courtney that you didn't deserve to be cooped up in Ferncliff any longer.
Right. Well, I like the way you handle things.
Oh, get used to it, Mrs. Ramsey.
I already have. This could turn out to be a brilliant idea.
Part of me agrees with you. The other part thinks I should be at Julie's trial.
Well, you want to prove that Rachel Locke coerced Cooper into admitting he did the murders, right?
Right. I also said it wasn't going to be easy.
Well, you'll never know if you don't try.
I already went to see him, remember? I doubt he'll have a sudden change of heart and admit anything to us.
Probably not. However, you and I have enough experience with Cooper to know whether he is telling us the truth or messing with our heads.
And he's an expert at head messing.
Well, you are an expert at spotting it. And I don't think I'm so bad myself.
You know, maybe together we can get something out of him.
It's worth a shot.
With the trial underway, we don't have any time to waste.
Which is why we need to see Cooper right now,
If we want Julie to stay where she belongs, where she can get help, we have to act fast.
Right. And I'm all for keeping a crazy killer behind bars.
I'm convinced. You got a date.
Yes! Cooper is smart, but he is no match for Holmes and Holmes.
Then let's go. Cooper ain't gonna know what hit him.
Okay.
Hey. It's getting late, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe they won't call you to testify today.
Maybe not.
Frank. Don't be angry with me.
Too late.
Won't you even let me try to explain why I changed my testimony?
I already know. Chris Ramsey's a jerk, and you're a bigger one for giving him what he wants.
Why are you making this into such a big deal?
You would rather perjure yourself and let a murderer go free than risk Joe finding out he's not Neil's father.
If I thought Julie would go free, I would have never said it the way I did in there.
Same old tap dance, Courtney.
There are plenty of other people who are going to testify to Julie being a nutcase.
Eyewitnesses who saw Julie standing over John Canellis' body?
I did what I did to protect our children.
Oh, yeah, right.
Do you really want Chris blabbing all over town that you're Neil's father?
No, but I wouldn't mind if he told Joe, and I think that's all he was threatening to do.
How do you know he wasn't going to tell Neil?
It's not Chris's style.
Well, you can't be sure of that. And I don't want Neil finding out from Chris Ramsey that Joe's not his father, do you?
Oh, Courtney, they may have bought your act in there, but I'm not.
I'm telling you the truth.
Truth isn't your thing today. Oh, look, you don't need to wait here with me.
But we came over in the same car.
I'll take a cab.
Oh, come on, Frank. Please don't be angry with me. I did what I thought was best.
For you.
For all of us. And that doesn't mean I'm never going to be honest with Joe.
You know, I was actually starting to believe that you were letting go of Joe. But no more. Today, you proved you were never going to change.
No further questions for this witness.
Court is adjourned for today. We'll resume at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I'd say our first day went well.
Surprisingly so.
This goodbye stuff really stinks.
Big time.
I don't know what's harder, is seeing you when I know they're going to take you away, or not seeing you at all.
Anything is better than not seeing you at all.
Well, when you beat this rap, we'll go to a fancy restaurant and indulge ourselves. Just stare at each other all night, okay?
How about a picnic? Miles away from the nearest building, wall, or confined space.
You got it.
What are you trying to do, Colin? Squeeze in as many visits as you can before the new millennium?
Greg, I thought you liked my visits.
Oh, I do. Oh, and Evelyn Ray. Looking as lovely as ever. Gosh, I haven't seen you since...
Since you tried to brick me into a wall? Gee, how could I forget that?
Well, it was a fun day.
Not if you were the bricky.
Oh, always the clever comebacks. Well, she's cute, don't you think? Must be why you landed yourself a doctor. Congratulations, Evie. You've done good for yourself.
Too bad I can't say the same for you, Greg.
I thought you two would have front row center seats at the courthouse today.
Oh, we can go to Julie's trial anytime. We thought you'd be a lot more entertaining.
Flattery. Warms a man's heart. What do you want?
Just a couple answers.
Genius's work is never done. Okay, fire away.
Well, we realized that the big day's almost here. Are you ready to confess to all those murders?
That doesn't sound like the Greg Cooper I used to know. You know, the one who took all of us interns hostage because he felt like his rights were being violated. What happened to that, Greg?
You're looking right at him. It's fun walking down memory lane, though, isn't it?
It's hard to believe you would take the blame for somebody else's crimes.
I wouldn't.
You know, they say that people often find the truth in these places. Is that what that is?
Have you ever known me to lie?
We saw the warden before we came here.
Oh, goody.
Remember Pitbull?
Yeah, my buddy who decided he liked my face better with a little color in it, so he made it black and blue.
It's just incredible how you got beat up by Pitbull exactly one day before you decided to confess.
Hysterical.
Did you know that Pitbull's privileges have been increased? He has a solitary cell, more time in the exercise yard. They even pushed up his parole date. Can you believe that?
Wow. Well, you don't think that... Did Rachel Locke pay Pitbull to smash Greg's face in?
Well, if what Greg told me before is true...
Then that would make sense, wouldn't it?
I can't believe that she could get away with that she would actually have you beaten up and then promise to have you transferred out of here and away from Pitbull, all in exchange for taking the rap for Julie.
I can't believe you bought that story.
Not only did I buy it, I think Rachel has you wrapped around her little finger.
No way.
She's getting exactly what she wants out of this deal, but what do you get? Besides a promise from Rachel Locke that you'll be transferred out?
Deep down, do you really trust her? You really trust her with your future?
What guarantee do you have that you won't rot in here once she gets what she wants from you?
Bravo. Bravo! Excellent effort. Unfortunately, your little trip here has been a huge waste of time, both mine and yours. I'm going on that stand and confessing to those murders.
You don't have to do that, Greg.
What do you give a damn whether I do this or not?
Because if the scenario that we just painted is accurate, a dangerous, disturbed woman will be released into society.
You must have me mistaken for somebody who cares.
All we want is the truth, Greg, please.
I hate to break it to you kids, but I'm confessing to the murders. And guess what? Julie, Marcia Cooper Morris, Devlin Ramsey will probably be walking the streets of good old Port Charles before you can say general homicide.
Carly will do whatever it takes
Don't you know that I would do anything for you?
to win Jason back.
You know I love you.
That doesn't matter anymore.
But has she met her match?
I got rid of one little angel, and I can get rid of you. You want to fight? You'll get one.
Find out this week on General Hospital, ABC Daytime.
Mrs. Ramsey. My darling, surprise. How did I know you'd check under your pillow?
Maybe because I knew you'd be remembering I put your wedding ring there before.
before.
Or maybe because we're so connected. And if we're connected now, think how we'll be when we're actually together. People who try to keep us apart don't know who they're dealing with. The dynamic duo, Mulder and Scully, Siegfried and Roy. Magic, any way you look at it.
You lovable romantic nut.
Even though our minds and our hearts are linked, there are still a lot of things I don't know about my bride. So, I've created a love questionnaire. Circle your choices and get back to me.
Hot or cold? Hot. Stocks or bonds? Oh, stocks, riskier. Risks are more fun. 49ers or Cowboys? Oh, 49ers, no contest. Merlot or Chardonnay? Oh, it has been so long. Merlot. Chocolate. The ocean. A fireplace. Black lace. Can't wait to read your answers or to hold you in my arms. Missing you. Your loving husband, Chris. AKA Love Bug. My darling hubby. You have got to be kidding me.
No, I'm serious. I really think we had an effect on him.
Excuse me, were we at the same meeting just now?
Greg Cooper is the best I have ever seen at covering his feelings.
Yes. He is the cockiest son of a gun I've ever met.
My experience tells me we threw him.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that he's sticking to his story.
Then we just have to find the perfect button to push.
You two think you're so smart. Yeah, 2 doctors, but you're stupid. Concentrating on Julie and me. You think you know everything, but I know something that you don't. The real danger to poor Charles is walking around in an Armani suit. If you really want to keep your pretty little city safe, the person you should be running out of town is one of your own colleagues. Yes, attractive and soft-spoken. Lethal. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a hint. Her initials are Rachel Locke. Don't say I never did you any favors, all right?
Looks like we've been trying to crack the wrong nut.
Dr. James Wright.
Sure was nice to see Julie leave court with a smile on her face today.
Yes, it was. I think things went real well.
I think we have you to thank for that.
No, not really. We're all working for the same thing, getting Julie out of Ferncliff and back with Christine and me. Right?
Absolutely.
Well, today's testimony just brought us one step closer to accomplishing our goal.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I take it you didn't escort Julie back to Ferncliff.
No, I couldn't. I'm going to be in court every day of her trial, so I need to keep caught up with my patients.
Great.
How long are you going to keep this from me?
Am I keeping something from you?
What it is you have on Courtney Canellos that made her lie on the stand?
This is really eating you up inside, isn't it?
No. But it is intriguing. Besides, if you get caught for tampering with a witness, you might need me to back you in your defense.
I didn't tamper. I simply reminded Courtney of something she'd forgotten.
5563.
Well, your idea, it worked this time.
5563.
But don't take chances with Julie's case.
Rachel, I wouldn't jeopardize Julie's future. But I will do whatever it takes to get her acquitted, even if that means taking a few risks.
Look, I know you're driven, Chris. But you don't need to take risks. I'm going to get Julie freed without the help of Courtney Canellos or anyone else.
So, can you stay for a while?
Nope. I just came in so I could get this tape and I'm out of here.
Frank. Are you ever going to forgive me for changing my testimony?
You mean for lying under oath? Doing your part to put a murderer back on the streets? Also, Joe won't find out that I am Neil and this baby's father? Will I ever forgive you? No.
do I have to do to change your mind?
You don't get it, do you, Courtney? You've gone too far this time.
Frank, it had nothing to do with my feelings for you. And I'm going to tell Joe you're the father. I swear. I just have to do it in my own time.
That is the same old song, and I've heard enough. I have had it with Ramsey and his threats, Julie and her games, and you and your lies.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to get on the stand, and I'm going to tell the truth. The whole truth, and whatever happens, happens.
Get on the ABC Soaps newsletter mailing list by visiting abc.com, part of the Go Network.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Janet! Hey, you lunkhead.
Guess who's back to terrorize them all?
You need me.
It's Janet from another planet.
You're talking about the safety of your daughter. I'll never let anybody touch Amanda. I'll kill... There's the Janet I know.
She's back. All My Children, ABC Daytime.